56. 56. Think, feel, believe 56, yeah. Think, feel, believe 56, yeah. Hey, yeah. Think, feel, believe 56, yeah. Select on me. That's what you're gonna find me. Select on me. I'm Select. You're gonna find me. Select on me. Selects.me. Me. Share and share alike. The videos, all of it. Get it out. Get it out of there. Get it out and spread it among. Spread it all over the world. Spread it all over the world. So, I'm kind of like on a little bit of kick about the negative stuff here is because really people's lives are centered around that. And I don't care who you are. We all are, thinking negative about things, when any kind of challenges or difficulties arrive. I don't care what it is, with, relationships, with work, with your health, some of the things I talk about, some of the things I talk about, just any at all is, and life doesn't come without problems, but you don't need to help the part of the situation happen by speaking, thinking, feeling, believing about the negativity of the problems either. Because I want to, because you really, you got to go back to what I've been talking about before, and that's what's your thought life? What is your tendency? Like I mentioned, one of my videos where this girl, this lady I know, she's like, I wish I could just wake up and say, oh, wow, my life has changed. Well, what's wrong with the life you got now? Was my question is, and in her posts, there's always some sort of challenge. She's always like, oh, and she is just like, it's interesting how she's just speaking volumes. She's not feeling appreciated in her life, and she's making posts about how like so-and-so showed appreciation for her by saying something, by saying something about her, and and she's kind of sharing her little, that she's feeling appreciated and everything. So, the things that she's posting just speak volumes about. I had another lady that I knew that was always speaking stuff about relationships, and you could tell this woman had totally been jaded in her life. What is the narrative of the things you're speaking and you're saying and you're posting and you're thinking about and the books you're reading about and all that stuff? The title of this video that I just now went ding is where are you putting your attention? What is your narrative in your life? Where are you putting your attention and where's your narrative in your life? This lady actually, I wish I could say, but I'm not the perfect dude either. Let's just put it that way. But post after post after post was all about this basically as a woman not being appreciated and valued, and somebody lied to her and jaded her bad somewhere in her life because that's where her mind and that was her focus. It was like her narrative, and I remember confronting her one time and just kind of putting her, I wish I would just save those things, but I definitely took the spotlight and went poof, and put it on her, and she was like, and she PM'd me. Hey, PM me. PM me. Private message me. Okay. So she private messaged me and she said, and then she says like, oh, I just happen to like those. Oh, yeah. Okay. Whatever. Sorry. You're speaking. Yeah. You ain't dealing with the average dude here. I'm not the average dude. No. You can't get by me, man, because for years, I'm just always a sack. I don't know. Really, what would we describe that? Either above the surface or below the surface, whatever. I'm not looking at things normally like most people do without a second thought. I read into people, and it's obvious, the things that they say and the things that they put out there. What is your narrative in your life, really? Stop and think about what is your narrative and what is your focus and what is your drive that's continually causing things to happen in your life. It's all about that thought process. You know, we're going to get to the positive things and the power to take yourself. You know, because another post that I saw from this other girl, she was like talking about, you know, manifestation and everything. And it's like, you know what? You can go out and you can put those posts in your life. And I'm looking at her and her life, and I'm like, okay, you know, I don't really know anything about her. She was a good friend when I was going to high school and everything. But, you know, it's just like it's really putting the effort towards manifesting the positive things in your life. Can be done blindly, like it did for me. You know, it can be done blindly, or and I had a narrative towards those things too, and I had a focus and a drive for a reason. You know, but to do them consciously, it's another story. It's another story. Okay, so we're gonna get to that thing, but the thing about I want to bring the attention to is those negative things. Negative things. What is the narrative in your life? What do you what is the thought life in your life that keeps driving what continually happens in your life? All of it. I'm telling you, all of it. What are the details of the things that you're saying, the things that you're posting, the things that you're resonating with? You know, I mean, it's so obvious with what, you know, people can express certain things, and it means like a giganto definition, giganto like show of them, and just. And they don't even have to speak a word about themselves. It's whatever their narrative in their life that they're pushing and that they're driving, and that the things that they're saying all the time, really. So you need to stop and think about that. And, you know, for some people that live really simple lives, you know, it may not be that complex for you, but you're doing it. Everybody's got some sort of narrative in their life. And a lot of times these narratives are driven by things that are happening in your life too. And you got to kind of look, you got to kind of look at what's happening in your life and why that's happening and why it's taking place. And, you know, some things, you know, they're just out of our control. And there's certain things that are that we can't avoid because they do happen and they might involve other people. But how you react to everything is 100% imperative that you pay attention to how you're reacting to things, and that ties closely to the narrative that you are putting forth in your life, that you're living on a day-to-day basis. And, you know, for me, but I've had a bit of experience with this and I want you to know, it's like not, you know, just because you say something once, the thing about it is the narrative. You know, the narrative is like the narrative in a story, the narrative that has been consistent throughout, you know. It's the consistency and the persistency of the narrative that's driving the situations that are happening in your life, okay? Okay? It's the consistency and the persistency of the things that you're speaking and the thing that you're driving in your life that's causing a lot of things to happen. I mean, think about this, that I had to take responsibility for this, you know. And I talked about this in my other videos, you know, like I remember I used to say, I could get into an accident. I better watch it out, or I could get into an accident. And that came from, you know, if you watch the videos, there's a whole story about all of that, and I won't get into it, but you know, obviously what happened? I got into an accident, right? Because it was a narrative that I've been thinking about for, you know, that went on for a couple of years. So just because you say something once or twice, you know, just pay attention. Pay close attention to what your thought life is and what your speaking is and what the narrative is towards the things that are happening. What is the narrative in your life? And you know what? If you can notice these few things, booyah, change them and create the consistency and the persistency to think, feel, and believe and speak differently. Okay? Okay, yeah! Okay!